So, hello everyone. Let's begin the session. It's the meet and collaborate session, and this will be the first episode from there. And we have decided to take up the education sector in this because we feel ki I think the most important part of our lives is spent in education, and टीचर्स का जो रिस्पेक्ट है ना वो आई थिंक किसी और का नहीं होता है. सो बच्चों को भी बड़ों को भी आज के दिन भी अपने अपनी जो पुरानी टीचर्स है उनको अगर याद करते हैं तो वी फील कि हाँ यू नो दैट शी वाज माय टीचर और ही वाज माय टीचर. So we thought let's begin with this segment only, and today we have 6 cafe members as panelists on this, and I will just give a brief introduction of each of you because I want you all to speak about what you all do. So आप अपने words में बताएंगे तो वो ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा. But let me introduce. So first we have Priya with us. प्रिया को तो सब जानते ही हैं. Priya is our Priya and our English mentor, and she is also the founder of Priya Jalan English Academy. Then we have Suman with us. Suman is also a English communication expert and a certified IELTS teacher. ये क्या होता है मुझे पता नहीं है वैसे ठीक से. So we will get to know about it in detail from you. And we have Shuchi with us. Shuchi is the knowledge head at eLearn Markets, जहाँ पे हम कैफे मेंबर्स अभी अपना स्टॉक मार्केट का क्लासेस सीख रहे हैं कर रहे हैं, and we hope to make lots of profits after we are done with the classes.
Yes, I hope so too.
Yeah, and we have Ritu Dhanuka with us. She is the founder of Next Level, which is into general knowledge and communications again. Then we have Suniti with us, who's into a very, very interesting segment of storytelling, and she does it for age group from young toddlers up to middle school, high school. Yeah. So storytelling तो आज let's see कुछ stories अगर आपसे हमको सुनने को मिलता है तो. And last but not the least, we have Bindu with us, who is a Q math expert, and we will get to know about the prospects of this, because nowadays we see lots of such math new segments are coming up: Vedic maths, Q maths, abacus. So Bindu will throw some light on that. Welcome everybody, and it's our pleasure to have you all as the panelists. And we have Bhavika with us. भाविका का इंट्रोडक्शन गपशप की तरह करा देती हूँ. सो भाविका हमारी चटपट पिटारा, who is heading our Karnataka chapter for cafe. And so yes, welcome everybody. Let's begin the session.
Thank you so much.
So before we begin, I have a few facts for each of you. So education sector, though we all feel कि India is not ahead in terms of many things from other countries.
Your voice is cracking a bit, or is it that?
Is it?
Yeah. Is it for everybody or only on my side?
Really?
And it's fine for me.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, I'll check myself.
Yeah. So India is the land of Vedas. और हम लोगों ने यहाँ काफी कुछ पहली बार स्टार्ट किया. So maths, Aryabhatta, who discovered the zero for us. We have lots of facts for India, education से related, जिसमें कुछ मैं आपको बताऊंगी which might be known to you, or it might be a new one for you. So India has Asia's largest residential university in Banaras Hindu University. It also has world's third largest education system in terms of number of schools, Montessori colleges, universities. It also has the largest open university in the world by student enrollments. So which one is the largest open university? कोई बता सकता है? Sorry?
Is it Indira Gandhi National?
Yes, Indira Gandhi National Open University. It's the world's largest open university. And Gandhi से याद आया कि इंडिया में 22 universities है which are on the name of Gandhis. And it also has world's largest school in City Montessori School जो कि लखनऊ में है. And एशिया का तो oldest women college is in Calcutta, Bethune College. एंड सो काफी कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट्स मुझे मिला जो कि लगा कि हाँ इंडिया इज हैविंग लॉट्स ऑफ थिंग्स इन एजुकेशन सेक्टर एंड विद 6 of you we will get to know more about it. So we will begin with Priya today, and we start with the introductions from your side. What you do, Priya, and what are the future prospects you see in your field?
Hi everyone. Thank you, Kavita ji, for that warm introduction. You're Priya. I mean, Cafe just gives me so much love, and I think this is what teachers get. And to start and begin with, I never thought I would be a teacher. And it is such a satisfying and gratifying job. I'm so humbled being here and in this profession, which I love thoroughly. So, as I said, I was into CA. But then I realized that, it is not for me. I just put my foot down and I said, something else is calling me, and that's the education sector. I'm in love with books, and I specifically loved English as a subject. So I thought, why not pursue something in which your heart lies? And that's how it all commenced. Today, for example, I started off with teaching IELTS and GMAT. So IELTS is a exam which you have to give if you want a PR or immigration to other countries. So the entire paper is in English. And again, I started taking GMAT English. And then that was the time I realized that these kids who are wanting to go abroad and they're good in critical thinking, they have so much job and experience, but their grammatical foundation is weak. And that led me to start teaching students from class 6 to 12, because I thought that that's the time when your academic solid foundation is being laid. And why not concentrate on that? Because my idea was to, give as much as I can, contribute as much as I can. And that turned out to be, again, such a fantastic arena to explore. And today, recently, I have collaborated with Open House for the same age group, class 6 to 12 English Literature Language, wow. Because they have come up with an online module and online, technology, which enables a learner to learn in an online platform, but in so much more engaging way. So, I mean, I'm myself, learning through the process, and thank God to COVID, because the entire education sector has been given a push. I mean, apart from all the other bad effects of COVID, one good thing, one blessing in disguise that did happen was India became ready to accept a lot of changes, a lot of improvement and growth in education, because we need it. As Kavita ji also said that, we have so much in education in India. And also, as per our demography, Indians belong to the younger age generation. So all the very, very more we need education in our country. And there are far and wide places where yet education has not been reached. So this push of online education would definitely give a lot of more prospects to so many more students. I'm very thrilled for that overall. And apart from that, what I do is I also teach communication. And, communication in English has become such an integral part nowadays. I mean, everybody, be it your business circle or social circle, you want to be able to talk, to convey at least what you want to. And I see that people from all backgrounds, be it MNCs people, be it job applicants, students, even children, of course, including housewives and mothers who have neglected their education at once, they also want to come up and start speaking or conveying their thoughts in the language English, because, that's kind of like our social circle language these days. So that's, of course, something which I do again. And I'm also an art of living teacher. So I teach yoga and meditation, which is not part of education. But yes, I mean, that also helps me, because since I'm in this profession and I meet so many people, I'm so lucky that it coincides with my another vision of telling people more about what is our culture and our heritage, and link them more towards not doing just PT but yoga also. But
Yes.
so I think yeah, that's how I would conclude that I'm very happy and really thrilled that we are doing this today. So I'm very keen to learn from all of you, and this is what I do.
Excellent, Priya, excellent. So काफी कुछ कर रहे हो आप education sector में, including communication, grammar, English, and also yoga and art of living. So excellent, Priya. We have Suman now, also from the communication and IELTS. So Suman, what are your details
Hi,
of
Kavita.
work? Yeah. Hi.
Okay, hi, Kavita. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And like I said, I have admired you since day one. And I don't know if, so I don't know if everyone was there on that platform when I said something that Kavita made me do unintentionally. Was I'm a life coach by profession. And I used to take fees for counseling. But once I joined Cafe and I saw Kavita's incessant efforts to do things for people unconditionally, I stopped charging fees for my counseling, because I think that that's something that she has given me is something to give, you know, as a mother, as a woman. I think we are all born to give. And that is what Kavita taught me. I think we all forget that at some point in life. And like Priya said, a lot of about education and what English skills are and how they help us and even adults and children. I had a baby boutique. And the same way, like Priya gave up her job thinking that doesn't resonate with her, same way, I did not think the boutique resonated with me. It was something that did not help me grow. It did not make me become what I wanted to become. And that is how I stepped into the education field. I'm also I had done my master's in English long time back, unintentionally, because I just didn't know what to do and I was not getting married. My parents were looking for an alliance, and I told them, I'm not sitting at home. Let me study. And that's how I got into my master's in English, but I didn't know it's going to pay me off so well 30 years down the lane. And and that's how I got into English, communication skills, public speaking. And the one thing that I would like to highlight, because everything else we all know, and Priya has mentioned it so beautifully, that grammar is important. And IELTS is again an English proficiency exam that students have to give if they want to pursue their education outside. In many countries, like Canada is a must, but for post-graduation, graduation, and also for migrating to Canada. Yes, but other than that, I would like to mention that, what got to me was communication skills and public speaking skills. So, many people come and ask me, what's the difference between communication skills and public speaking? Why do you mention both and not just communication? It's not the same, I would say, because, the easiest way to explain this is when we were children, याद है हम पोयम याद करते थे एंड स्टोरी याद करते थे एंड वी यूज्ड टू बी सो एक्साइटेड पापा मम्मी को बताने के लिए, फ्रेंड्स को बताने के लिए. बट द मिनट कोई गेस्ट हमारे घर आ जाते हैं, एंड ऑल पेरेंट्स, वी बिन पेरेंट्स, वी ऑल डू दैट, बेटा सुनाओ. एंड देयर वी यूज्ड टू गो, याद नहीं रहता है, वर्ड नहीं याद रहते थे, कुछ नहीं. व्हाई व्हाट वाज दैट एक्चुअली? व्हाट वाज दैट? वी नेवर अंडरस्टूड. That was fear of public speaking. And back then we did not understand what that fear was, but today I think everyone goes through it, because even for me right now, I've joined another platform called BNI, and I need testimonials from people and all of that. लिखवा लो, आपको जो लिखवाना है आप लिखवा लो, बोलने मत बोल. अरे आपको वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करना है, आपको किसी के सामने बोलना नहीं, आप लिखवा लो. आपको जो बोलेंगे, आप जो बोलेंगे लिख देंगे. So then I realized how important it is that you can't speak for a 30-second video, and how important it is, because I feel if you have any ideas, thoughts, exchanging of any, whether you want to motivate, persuade, anything is all communication. Whether it's non-verbal, whether it's verbal, it's all communication. Public speaking, basically.
Yes.
So that is what I really emphasize on every kid, every adult to learn and enhance, because that is going a long way. And I think that's the future of today. So yeah, absolutely. That's all about me. And thanks, Kavita, again, one more time for everything. Thank you.
God. What a wonderful explanation of public speaking. Huh?
Thank you.
Fear of public speaking. So absolutely true. Can we have Shuchi now? Let's go to a different segment altogether.
Hi, Kavita. Thank you so much for having me here. And cafe is a totally new world for me. You know, I've been introduced to cafe only 2 months now. It's been just 2 months, and I realize how beautiful this platform is. Thanks to you for that. So I am basically heading primarily into financial literacy. The main aim of this firm is to spread financial literacy amongst all.
Suchi, I guess you're facing some network issues. Suchi, can you hear us? So I think we'll go to Ritu Bhabhi. Ritu Bhabhi, can we hear it from you? Please unmute. Yeah. Suchi, we'll take you later. Yeah. I think there is some network issue. If you want to change. Yeah.
I'll just check.
Hi, Kavita Di, and hello, everybody. Thank you so much, Cafe, for this wonderful platform. And I must confess that my first venture into this online coaching actually started with Cafe in a way, because I had been thinking of starting my online courses, but there was this class, online class of Canva. By Kavita Di, she advertised, there'll be a Canva class. Till then I was thinking, maybe I'll have to employ somebody, hire somebody for my flyers and all. And just the Canva word itself. So before the first class only, I designed my pamphlet, I just got the word Canva, and that was a magic key to it. And it all started with that. So thank you, Kavita Di. I made my first flyer because I just found out such a wonderful medium it was, and it was so easy.
Yes.
To make your own flyers and all. So that my journey began with that. So thank you. And actually, you can say 3 loves, as Scott Hayden says it: love of learning, love of learners, and the love of bringing the two together actually inspired me to start Next Level. So Next Level actually offers creative writing, communication, public speaking, critical thinking, GK and current affairs courses to children from the age group of 8 to 18 years. And we, I think, making newsletters, participating in quiz, the current affairs debates and group discussions are a great way to learn, to have fun, and to have deep learning experiences. Actually, global awareness, financial and economic literacy, and effective oral and written communication skills are key elements of 21st century learning. And they are absolute key skill sets, as the previous speakers also spoke about so nicely. They're absolutely elementary and fundamental. So, so we have these, mock sessions in which students debate from, we had this UN mock US presidential debate in which students debated from issues like pandemic, healthcare, gun control, economy, to racism and immigration. So there's a whole gamut of issues when students are talking about and discussing. And it is actually new territory for them also. And they find it so fascinating when they learn so many new things. And I think it's very important to be aware. And this is where I really want to add value to my students. Thank you.
Wow, very nice. Ritu Bhabhi, you're also a corporate communication expert.
Yeah, I do that. So I've been making newsletters for companies, and I've provided content for corporates, business houses, and I do that. And actually, I love learning. As I said in the beginning, I did my master's in English. Then I did a research training program, RTP, from the very, very prestigious Center for Studies in Social Sciences. I'm really proud of that diploma. It's one of the best in the world. It's really amazing place where you learn interdisciplinary teaching methodologies and research methodologies. It's amazing place. And then I'm qualified as a NET and JRF from UGC. And that's it, like, you know, and I also am very, very interested in the markets. So I think Suchi will, I can get to learn. I am really excited about this cafe financial markets group. That's keeps, because I'm so interested in the markets, and so Suchi will give a lot of tips. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
thank you so much, Ritu Bhabhi. Suchi, is the network better now?
I think yes. There was a fluctuation on the network. Yeah.
Yes.
So coming back to what I do, so I'm basically an active trainer also, apart from leading knowledge at eLearn Markets. And as you know, we believe in spreading financial literacy. Now, I come from a normal Hindu Marwari family where, you know, girls are immediately pushed to marriage as soon as they, you know, come out of college. And, you know, I have been born and brought up by my parents with one thing that, you know, any girl, you know, you have to be financially independent.
Okay.
Whatever you do. And I was never a very bright student in school. In fact, I was one of these backbenchers, always. You know, and they say that the most naughtiest person in the class or something should be made the monitor, or should be, you know, made the teacher of this, so that, you know, they will ensure that they're doing the best job. So I will not say that I'm doing a very, very great job like that, but yes, that actually instilled that my parents always kept on saying that, you know, you have to be financially independent. At the same time, they were like, you know, pushing me for marriage. And so that time it was stock markets was the only field which seemed to me as something where I could have a very flexible work timings. You know, whenever I want to work, I could be my like own boss. I don't really need to work under somebody. So having adequate knowledge on the same, apart from managing a good family, family and other responsibilities, my reason or my like the main reason why I wanted to work was financial basically financial independence. Yes. So I actually started my professional training. I took up the CFA course to make a career in stock markets as soon as I passed out class 12 when I was stepping to college. Because I had this thing in mind. And then I started working because practical knowledge was extremely important for this field. Absolutely. And trust me, I have learned all on my job. More so, I feel that, you know, what CFA and what an MBA is teaching, they are doing a great job. But what you learn practically, I mean, there is no, you know, comparison with that, especially when I was giving my CFA exams, and since I was also working. So the most toughest examinations, the derivative markets and options, seemed to be the most easiest topic to me. And I specialize in technical analysis and derivatives today. Why? Because I had a practical experience and I cleared those exams very, very easily in spite of not studying too much. And because I was never a bookworm, as I said. You know, we at eLearn Markets, we aim that every individual should have a basic sense of financial literacy, because that independence is important for everyone. And at the same time, see, whatever career we are into, we all look out for our investments, you know, some cash we have, and, you know, where do we park our funds and how do our money grow? So for that, we really need to have that basic knowledge, even because if somebody is giving us an advice that, you know, you buy gold or you buy a particular share in the market, you have to have a basic understanding that, okay, whatever he or she is saying, is that correct or will it suit me or not? So to make that judgment, that basic level of literacy in the financial world is important. And I'm aiming to do that through eLearn Markets.
Wonderful, Shuchi. And let me tell you, you all are doing fabulous work.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So coming to Suniti, let's hear the storyteller's story.
Oh God, I'm so nervous. कहाँ super achievers के बीच में बैठी हूँ मैं. Okay, so this is my first meeting with Cafe. So I'm going to introduce myself first. Of course, yes. Hats off to Cafe, Kavita ji. मतलब आपकी तारीफ लग रहा है. मतलब शुरू करेंगे तो ये सेशन तो यहीं पे खत्म हो जाएगी. और मैं बस हैदराबाद से लंबे लंबे प्रणाम भेज रही हूँ आपको, बस एक्सेप्ट कर लो. So basically, yes, my name is Suniti, and the best way to describe myself, I'll keep it short and sweet. So I'll just narrate a one-liner by my husband. It's an incident that had happened. Shadi se pehle, my name was Shanti. Okay, so Shadi mein naam change hua. I was a Sindhi pehle, and whatever. So now it's Suniti, and when somebody was talking to my
so
husband,
there is a story, huh? Story hai.
Oh, the story picture ban jayegi hamari story pe, to wo to let's not get into that. So yeah, so there was he was having a conversation with somebody about my name change and something about me. So he just described me in one line. पहले नाम शांति था तो शांत नहीं रहती थी, अब सुनीति है तो सुनती नहीं है. So that's like a crux about me. I love talking. I love making friends. And my journey as a storyteller, what should I tell you? Again, goes back to my school days. जब हम लोग I think 8th, 9th में थे और तब वो एकता कपूर के serials आते थे, like Saas Bahu and all that. So and we were all obviously addicted to it. That was the only thing we could, watch. So anytime any friend used to miss it, next day she would sit with me कि तू आ मेरे साथ बैठ lunch में, and I had to narrate to them. That was like and it goes without saying that Shanti ही बोलेगी इसको, and then they would say इससे सुन लिया तो लगा ही नहीं कि episode miss कर लिया. It's like you've seen the whole episode in your in your imagination.
Wow.
So that's, I think, unintentionally
was the beginning.
Yes, that was the beginning, very unintentional, and maza aata tha, obviously. And of course, yeah, after that, I started working. I was working with Kangaroo Kids for some time. Then I was taking reading classes at home for children. And yes, thanks to Corona and the lockdown, there are no more boundaries. I can learn from anybody. I can tell anybody. I love telling stories.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Suniti, we will have another session with you on your story.
Done.
वो interesting होने वाला है.
अरे जरूर.
So Suniti, you are doing with what age kids the storytelling sessions?
So yes, so I actually I do for ages from 3 up to 15, 16 किया है. But abhi after the lockdown, I'm focusing only on 3 to 10 because after that, parents बहुत परेशान है. So much screen time and education is in everything is online. So correct. Honestly, storytelling is a very underrated field in terms of I don't think it's deserved the attention. It's got the attention it deserves. Yes, क्योंकि वो, as I said, that's another session. I can go on about the benefits of storytelling and what happens when how actively a child's brain can develop when they're regularly exposed to stories.
Absolutely. Nowadays, storytelling is very, very, it's the in thing in corporates also. So we have lots and lots of books on how to create your brand story and, how to start a conversation with the story. So
everything. आपको किसी के दिमाग में एक idea plant करना है, just tell them a story and it's there.
Absolutely.
So it just stays in the head when you say things that you want to in the form of a story.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much, Suniti. Now let's hear it from the maths expert. So maths was never my favorite subject. सुमन का भी नहीं था.
मेरा भी नहीं.
भाविका का भी नहीं.
मैं खाली अलजेब्रा ज्योमेट्री पे फोकस रहता था.
Okay. So yes, Bindu.
Yeah, so hi everyone. It's lovely to meet you all inspiring ladies, and would like to specially thank Bhavika. We have met with some other place, but then she got me into this, and this is the first time I'm meeting you all, and I feel very happy. It's really, really wonderful group. So I have been part of many ladies group, लेकिन वही forwards, वही सब वैसा वाला group नहीं चाहिए था. And this is really, you people are really focused on what we are doing. So that is very inspiring, वही good morning, good night से नहीं stop हो जाता है. So that's really good, very nice. And you all have planned it very nicely. Bringing it on this platform itself is a very big thing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Really appreciate, and I'm meeting you all for the first time and really happy. Okay, now coming up to myself, first of all, thank you for getting me here. And myself is Bindu Ajit Shah. I'm born and brought up in Mumbai and then got married, and it's been 8 years in Bangalore. I was in Madurai for some time. My in-laws are over there. So यहाँ पे आके I never had any great group and always, and Bombay was like chirping life and I was feeling like a full stop here. No, but I was very lucky. I had always inspiring parents, and then my in-laws were also very motivating. Like I gave my last CA exam when I was like last 9th month pregnant. I just took permission of my doctor. 8th I gave my exam, and 12th my daughter was born. So that was the biggest.
Oh my God.
I want to finish this, and the way I was doing it, like we would finish our housework. My mother-in-law would sit with her religious book, and I would sit with my book, and she would like in our language, she would say, 3 કલાક ઉભા નથી થવાનું, ભણી લે, જ્યાં સુધી બધા જેન્ટ્સ ઘરમાં નથી આવતા, you better finish off it. That way she used to motivate me. Even my father-in-law, all my in-laws are very broad-minded, and got great support from my family. That's the reason I'm here today. So after doing CA, obviously I was working with some MNCs. I worked with KPMG, audit accounting field, ING, brickwork, but always, that balancing. And after getting the child, and I'm alone here, like, nobody's there over here to help. We are just a nuclear family. So that guilt, keep the baby somewhere and go to job. My heart was like, out there. It was like in between my job, I used to just leave there and go back to the daycare. So it was not like a daycare. There was one friend who used to take care. But still, I couldn't just accept that. Then I wanted to continue, and I always had a passion for teaching. Like I was brought up in Mumbai. Financially, it was never a need, but I always thought, should keep doing something. So I just started taking tuition simply, just for the sake of, side pocket money. Bolo ke that college life we have, so chalo kuch karna hai. And I never realized till date. Now today I have so many students associated with me. Like one of the student calls me, "Ma'am, it's my marriage. You have to come." All over. I don't know. You have to attend my marriage. And the same way, I look up to my teachers. I have my UKG junior KG teacher, whom I still go whenever I go to Mumbai. First point is to meet her. That respect, that love is always there. I cannot never forget her.
Absolutely.
And I also have such friendly relationship with my students as well. Then what happened is I was into teaching always. So I just thought like, ghar pe baith ke to kuch to karna hai, I cannot sit. I am not of the person, I cannot sit. If I sit idle, I go mad. So then I started tuitions, and I used to do a lot of things. Apart from that, I used to conduct summer camps, art workshops, exhibitions. Ye sab hote rehta tha. But then I always felt, it's missing. As my child started growing, I got time, and I really wanted to get into something. So I just attended QMath orientation. I never thought I will take it to this level. But then from there, it just started with 2 students in my batch from QMath, though I had other subjects. But then seriously, when I started I applied those math techniques for my daughter, like teaching very basic stuff like place value hai, ya word problems hai. I could see the change in her within 2 months. Like within 2 months, I could see logical thinking, out of the box thinking. So that there was a change in that methodology. I did not want to have a typical tuition center. It was never like that. We always, all kids have fun, like that type, And today's kids are not like, they will not take things granted. आपने कुछ सिखा दिया, ये LCM ऐसे होता है, denominator same कर दो, 1.19 is greater, 1.20 is greater, 1.19 is smaller. ऐसे नहीं चलता है. You have to give them logical reason why we are doing this, and then why behind what was given to me by QMath. So that was the first step. And after that, I don't know how, but it just went on, because from QMath, once we enroll as a teacher, our listing comes up on Google. So anybody who's searching in the area, they would come up to me. And when it started growing up, 10, 20 students ke upar ho gaya. Like there was no space in my house. Pura hall bhar jata tha, dining table bhar jata tha. And today it's like we are waiting, when students will be back.
Yes.
But now, we have gone online, and it was a challenge for QMath also. I really appreciate that I'm associated with such a group. Like it's like a second family for me now. So today I'm teaching globally. I have students from US, UK, Canada, all New Zealand, and many other places like Australia, UAE, along with Indian students. So today, like I cater to more than 35 plus students. And it's like there is no place. There are students coming, but I don't have slots. So that kind of satisfaction that I'm getting is just amazing. So here I have two things. If you people, whoever are looking to go for a conceptual learning for students, don't just push them कि 100 में से 100 लाना है. वो 100 वाले भी हमको पता है, as she told, I was the last bencher, but look at the success and the confidence she has today. Knows what she wanted. So ऐसा नहीं है कि 100 out of 100 ही आपको लाइफ में आगे ले जाएगा. This math, and one thing what I learned globally is कि math is same everywhere. थोड़ा सा there is a difference of terms and methodologies whether I'm teaching to a US student or a New Zealand student, but math is same. तो अगर हम वो fear निकाल देंगे ना, if there is no fear of math, then you see the confidence that students bring you, amazing. And that when they overcome their confidence and fear, उसके बाद जो उनमें confidence दिखता है ना, some of my students will, please extend the class for 5 minutes, please extend for 5-10 minutes. We have 1 hour class, like I'll be having after our meeting, and afterwards they would want to extend it to play that 5-minute game. Yeah, so that engaging sessions we need for today's children, because they are, there is immense of what we say nowadays, हमारे पास बहुत सारा information है, हमको पता नहीं है, we don't know what information to give them, where to restrict them. As a parent today, I feel parenting is the toughest job. Our parents brought up 5-10 kids, maybe more. But आज मेरी मम्मी फोन कर, एक ही तो बच्ची है. Mama, you don't know what I'm going through. She's like, one more year, and it's been 11 years she's grown up. But today I see that we learn so much from our kids. Wherever I'm stuck technically, my daughter is the first one to help me out.
Yes.
So that is it's not, they know what they want, and I feel if we give them the right direction now, just like water just flows, वो अपना direction ढूंढ लेता है. It was never easy for me. Everyone sees the upside of the iceberg, लेकिन वो 3/4 नीचे होता है ना, वो किसी को नहीं दिखता है. It was never easy. When I was not working, I was feeling so frustrated कि okay, I'm giving justice to my family, लेकिन I never wanted to stop that. वो comma ही नहीं आ रहा. I doing toys and books library, वो भी नहीं मुझे कुछ click हुआ. I did tuitions, I did reselling, I did exhibitions. But that जो professionalism, जो एक recognition चाहिए था, it's not that about money only, but you need value for your work, and that importance comes when you want to give. हमेशा हमको लगता है कि there is a limitation, हम नहीं कर सकते हैं, बच्चे हैं, school है, family है, लेकिन everything happens. It has its own time and everything. We have to be positive. If our goal and persistency होगा ना, if we want to upgrade ourselves, upskill, थोड़ा सा changes तो आते रहेगा. Challenges, ups and downs, सब field में है, whether it be teaching or anything. This is, as you said, it's one of the most respectable, and I really love my job. So I'm very happy today that I'm able to balance work-life balance, and the best part is I'm enjoying it.
Very nice.
And anybody from our group, anyone, any ladies who want to pursue your career into teaching, they can approach me. We will be guiding you. Only requirement here is that you need to be minimum graduate, and rest of it, there is no great degrees required, B.Ed and all that. If there is a little bit of passion and you have some knowledge of the subject, we can take it up.
Very nice. So thank you, Bindu, for such a wonderful introduction of yourself and also about QMaths. So there is a lot of clarity within us also, because it's actually a great prospective business for women who wish to work from home. Because I think going forward,
because एक बार if you have to step out of the house, you have to think 100 things. Milk बनाएगा, ये होगा, वो होगा, बच्चे का, everything. When I was working, I had to be back by 4:30. Her bus will come. You cannot extend for 5 minutes also somewhere, and you're just rushing and hushing up everywhere. So the best part is that I can, my daughter is here, like I can give justice to everything. That really gives immense satisfaction.
Wonderful. So Suman, I would like to know from you, what are the challenges, during pandemic you had to face, and how did you mitigate the same?
I didn't think there was any challenge as per teaching. Okay. In fact, it was much better because people actually wanted to enroll their students. They had free time. Students wanted to skill up, like, Bindu said, that it's very important to skill up. And that's why these skills came actually in full force right now. Because otherwise, children were very busy with the academic schedules. And more than that, I think the commuting time and all of that with the sports and everything, they did not get time. So I think it was not a challenge. I think the challenge to teach students online gets a little, I face it with younger kids, not with the older kids, with younger kids, because they need that physical touch, they need that warmth. You just can't face a person on screen and explain what to do. So I have, that's a challenge for me, that I have to make my classes very, very interactive. So I have my video lessons planned and everything, and I have to make it fun for them, because after half an hour, to stretch for that other half an hour is a challenge.
Yes,
The class has to be very interesting.
So the attention span is actually, maintaining that attention span throughout the 1 hour is really difficult. We are talking about kids. I'm talking about cafe members also.
Yes.
Yeah. So beyond 30 minutes के बाद फिर लोग घड़ी देखने लगते हैं कितना बाकी है.
But touch wood, Kavita, I think I'm very fortunate that my kids don't even want to leave after an hour.
After an hour.
See, again, because as when I see my daughter, she's 18, she's sitting in front of a screen all day, and she is bugged by the end of the day. She doesn't want to get into any academic class after that. So with younger kids also, it gets a big task. They don't want to do that. It becomes monotonous and boring. Yeah,
absolutely. So yes, Suniti, any challenges which you faced? Unmute. Yeah.
Yes. So I'll be very honest. Of course, my age group is like, I think the youngest over here, 3-year-old. I deal with toddlers all the time. So frankly, I think it's like you're always consistently on a one-sided PTM. Because parents, you're on the parents' radar. Parents are judging you, assessing you every minute. You don't even know they're watching you. So this happened with me. I was taking a story session, and fortunately, of course, it came as a compliment to me that the parents said कि हम भी engross हो गए आपकी story में इतना मजा आया. And I'm thinking ये तो screen में मुझे दिखी ही नहीं थी. And that's when, it hit me that, okay, so parents are watching, you have to stay on top of your game. You cannot go wrong. Of course, yes, as a professional, I think it kind of helps all of us polish our skill further. But at the same time, you're after all human. And secondly, of course, yes, another challenge that I personally face is staying updated with technology. I mean, of course, technology ke wajah se today I'm here with all of you and I'm grateful. But the downside is also being updated, because I was not on social media for years, and then now suddenly I need it for marketing. And if you don't have a digital presence, you're obsolete.
Yeah.
ये मुझे बहुत मुश्किल लगता है कि स्टोरीज बनाओ, मार्केटिंग करो, ये मेरे से नहीं होता है. इट्स लाइक मुझे बस बिठा दो बच्चों के साथ इन कहानियां सुनवा दो. I can go on all day. Putting it on social media, that's a big challenge.
Big challenge. So Priya, what do you say?
I've been hearing these lovely things, and for me, I would say that the biggest challenge was seeing the homework of the children. For me, managing their attention was not a problem, because as Sumanji also said, you just make your energy level higher than them and they will sit, right? Technology, Suniti ji said, even that too, we learned. You're also learning, I'm also learning, and we will learn that as well. So now the challenge that I could not overcome was, how do I check their homeworks as easily as I could in the physical classroom? That I think the technology is in the arena of improvement. It is happening. And the day it happens as smoothly as in the physical level, I would be very glad. But I think, it's still in the process, in the pipeline.
Okay. So, एक question है मेरा कि since everything is now online, we have accessibility to students all around, across the globe. Similarly, the students now also have access to all the teachers. ठीक है. सो पहले जो था कि भाई हमको तो लिमिटेड है, मुझे कैलकाटा की टीचर से ही पढ़ना पड़ेगा, बट नाउ दे हैव अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ बेस्ट ऑफ द टीचर्स अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड. सो हैज दिस affected any of yours work or business?
Can I go here?
Yes.
Kavita ji, I think that this has opened the markets to a level that we are not just attracted with marketing. Earlier, what used to happen, whatever was marketed in a very flooded, marketed manner, we used to be naturally attracted to that. And so now it's not just the high-tech companies who can pay millions in investments are getting the job. If any housewife, see, as housewives, we are multi-talented, multifaceted. If there's something, a talent in you, you can just put it out there and there will be people who want to receive that. So now I think because of, this whole online thing, it has come to our advantage, both the person who's receiving it, the learner, they are learning it from the best. And that best does not need to be someone who is in an MNC. It can be you, it can be me, it can be anyone who have gone to that level of, practice and shows that level of dedication to their work. So that's what I think.
Yeah, just to add up to her is like what she said, IT people, there's no restriction now. As I said, in QMath also, teachers are earning as much, or I can say even more than the IT people that they are earning today. I have friends who are making even more than 1 lakh, I can say. And we have, after going globally, it's been so nice. We they give us trainings on upskilling, grooming ourselves, presenting, because you're online, like everyone is seeing. As she said, parents, somebody said here, like parents are also judging you. Everything, it's been judged. The moment you make a mistake, it's seen. But I feel in QMath, the program, the interface is designed in such a way, we have something called as whiteboard and many other features. So I don't feel that difference, whether I'm teaching in a book or I'm teaching in front of, we have a common page, we have so many videos, and it becomes visually very engaging. The program is designed by IITs and Oxford. So I feel that engaging, what we are saying, like now we are joining the dots, what all is missing, because offline feeling and online, it cannot be same. Offline is something personal touch, and that tuitions always we thought, many people are in Mumbai and all, we always had personal tuitions. Ek hi teacher honi chahiye, ek hi bacche ke saath. Like that it used to be. So now when we are catering to the group, how do you give justice? So that time this technology and upgrading yourself technically is helping a lot. And global coverage is something that is giving now, as she said, whatever you have in your plate, you can offer. No doubt you will have to make it very nice and perfect. Perfection will come along with the time, but that's the challenge, and that's the beauty of it. Now online is getting better, and you sitting at home, just imagine me sitting at home. I am roaming almost half of the world and coming end of the day. So that's fun.
Yeah. So Ritu Bhabhi, yeah, Shuchi, you have something to say?
I would like that, this being online, it gets so much, like it gets out the creativity in all of us, because we constantly have to keep thinking about different ways of engaging all the students and participants, so that we are 100% sure that whatever we are trying to deliver is actually getting delivered and being grasped by the students. So constant engaging activities in different ways to make it very interactive, it gets the creativity. So you yourself are learning in this process and growing as an individual. So I'm actually thoroughly enjoying this process since last 7-8 months.
Wow. Ritu Bhabhi, tell me one thing. आपको क्या लगता है जब things will become normal? So will the online sessions will continue? आपको क्या better लगा online sessions की physical sessions?
What I feel is the future of education is online. I mean, it is not to say, like, especially post-secondary. See, online, what we are doing, most of us, it's mostly at this level, it's actually supplementary and complementary to school education. So the relevance of our thing will continue. But Ajkal, what a new thing that is coming is the MOOC courses, the massive open online courses that you have from Udemy or Khan Academy, all those. So they are secondary, like, these bigger universities like Harvard, MIT, they're all coming on to MOOCs. So there will be a hybrid kind of thing. It will be a hybrid. Like there'll be, you'll have certain, like where you need to have group sessions or certain collaborative activities. So even in those higher end, the higher echelon universities, they'll also opt for a hybrid kind of thing, because it will also scale down costs, improve access to a lot more students. So for the higher learning, especially university level and all, you need to have so many universities to actually absorb all the students who want to come in. But this online thing kinds of opens it up for everybody. It improves access to the best, or like around the world, you can get access to the best education. So I think the 24/7, the video-based lessons at your own pace, self-paced. So that's going to really hold ground, I think.
Be there.
Yeah.
And I think this has actually evolved the entire education system. Now people are not, sticking to those age-old formulas. कि चलेगा, बच्चे तो आएंगे ही. But since it's, the world is open to everybody now, you have to evolve, otherwise you are obsolete. You will not be there.
Even I have one question, like as I teach in a spiritual class, हम लोग का एक है सेवा देते हैं उधर. So there we are facing this problem because whatever is related to studies like English or maths and something like this, there people comes, their parents are voluntarily sending their kids. When something like the spiritual classes and some extracurricular activity, their problem we are facing that then they say parents end up saying screen time bahut ho gaya, it's too much screen time. So how to face that kind of a problem? Because that we are facing a lot, really a lot. People don't want to nahi physical class shuru honge tab karenge, and then what is happening, the connectivity is going there, so we don't want to extend that because we are not sure till December Jan how it's going to be. And even if we announce ke December mein shuru karenge, we are not sure how many of them will be sending kids. So it's like how to go deal with this kind of situation when it's not a education basis, but it's like a learning basis kind of a workshop things.
Yeah, complementary basically, supplementary, complementary, as Ritu Bhabhi said, that it's not the main something which is necessary कि ये तो कराना ही है बच्चे को,
कराना ही है.
वो तो है
Correct. And then what happens no, when we see it's at the end of the day kids are on the screen time only, but here taking out 1 hour they are not ready to do that. Otherwise इतना कुछ बाहर का एक्टिविटी हो नहीं रहा है, अगर उसमें नहीं है तो टीवी में ही है. Either ways they are on the screen only most of the time.
So many private preschools have closed down.
Yeah.
Because of the rented properties, they were not able to afford the rents. Parents have stopped paying the fees because they see that for the next 6 months or 1 year, the young toddlers below 2 year 3 year, they will not be going to the preschools. So many of them have actually closed down. So I would like to ask you all, what future do you see of this industry? Seeing the competition growing, because with the world opening up at your computer screen, many of us housewives have taken up this work as their profession. जिन्होंने भी MA किया था इंग्लिश में या मैथ्स में या so सब आप अपना पढ़ाई को यूज कर सकते हैं. So as per you all, yes Suman, beginning with you, how do you see the future?
See Kavita, like Rituji said, definitely online is here to stay, for sure. But for some things, I feel online is not a good platform. Like public speaking, body language is a very important component, and I cannot teach body language online. And like for a image consultant, how do you teach all those things online? So parents have to now prioritize. Maybe after the pandemic, they have to prioritize what needs to be done, what classes can be online, and what classes need to be in person. Like as a parent, I would definitely prioritize which classes I would send my child, which I know cannot be done online. And we all know how much children, especially in academic classes, they switch off their video and they're on their phone. So that's not a good way. Even leave apart the screen time. That's not good. I understand. But are they actually gaining from all what they're doing? And for Bhavika, like she said, spiritual classes, it's a very, very important thing which children should do today because they are under so much stress. They are screen time, especially if you are under a lot of screen time and so much stress. Spiritual class is the one thing they should go to. So even if you have to cancel 2 other classes, you have to send children to this. So it's all about, I think, parents' prioritization, even now and even later.
Absolutely.
So can I jump in here?
Yes.
Okay. So, a view I want to share with you all. Honestly, let's face it. I, I couldn't agree more with Bhavika ji about the importance of spiritual health. Let's face it, when we were in school, there was no internet, there was no Google. But our children are studying exactly what we used to. Abhi, everything, all the world's information is on their fingertips. Why do they need to study all that? Itna outdated hai ye system. I mean, I wish when we were in school, we were taught the importance of spiritual health, mental health, the importance of eating right, sleeping right. These things, they are all a part of self-care. And this is like the foundation, it's the crux. Agar ye nahi hai, to aap, how does it matter kaun si country, kaun se longitude pe hai? I mean, kab kam aayega ye? It's all there on Google now for them. So, I mean, my heart goes out for those kids whose parents don't think spiritual health is important.
Absolutely. So, Priya, what do you think? Where does the future lies?
I think very rightly said by Sumanji that the market will be flooded with a lot of courses, right? So we have a lot of vocation courses, a lot of courses, let's say for communication, for drawings, for arts, for maths, and the market is going to be flooded with all of that. As a parent, we need two things. We need to first give wings to our children to explore. For example, if I had explored earlier that my heart actually just lies in English and I can't do anything else, if I had realized it earlier, I would not have wasted my prime 6 years in CA, right? I would not have done a job of 3 years. I would not have done so many things. So it's a good opportunity that the children today can explore what is their what is their natural interest lies in. What are they uniquely good at? So if they can get hold of that by exploring these different opportunities now available through the laptop, let's do that. However, having said that, you have to control also at some point of time, right? You have to prioritize. I think prioritizing is the right word here. So technology can be used and abused both. So depending upon its usage, if you're using it to maximize your child's potential, to give more advantage to the children, do that. And if you think that something is restricting them or something is not good or this is too much, then of course use your parental discretion there and stop it.
Yeah. Absolutely. So we have a question from Abhilasha. She says, how would you be able to convince parents that, what is good for a child? Because many times the parents themselves are confused. So it is actually very, very difficult.
I think yeah.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I think the right type of counseling helps over here. Here is a role that I feel, many a times the child is doing good. He is at his pace. I'm in QMath, what we do is, if suppose I feel the child is not good in grade 4, he needs a foundation brush up of grade 3, we do go down. And then we see that we tell the parents very clearly, you need to have patience. Maybe 6 months lagega, 1 year lagega, but then this class is not for completing a syllabus. It's about clearing the concept. And as we have seen in the movies like Three Idiots, देखो, ये तारे ज़मीन पे देखो, the main focus is वही है कि हम interest और talent देखेंगे. That is only going to help them at the end of their life. That career certificates and these degrees are not for just showcasing, right? What we want to imbibe. And as rightly said, our traditional Indian methodology has to change. In fact, if you see those Gurukul methods, and those were the right ways to learn, but it's just that we have now gone into these international teaching and things like that. There are some subjects which cannot be eliminated. They are must. But like as she said, unnecessary, I don't want longitude to be learned. So that's why now, I recently read about it. I don't know when it's going to get implemented, but then in India, we are planning to change those curriculum. 10th is no more going to be a board. And this change, definitely, it will take time. But then if that change happens, that will be really good. Because that will practically allow students to only decide those subjects which they want to grow into.
Absolutely. So wonderful.
So that is positive.
Yeah, so wonderful insights from each of you. Now I would like to ask each of you, so starting from Priya, what are your plans for growth and any one suggestion which you would like to give to the other panelists? Starting from Priya.
Yeah, that's a good question. So a suggestion I think that I can give is that let's be more open to online thing, because it will also grow as to accommodate our needs. That's what I feel. For example, it did develop for me to have more engagement with the class. So now I have like thousands of tools at my discretion which I can use to make the children sit there and be really interested. And this happened over time. So I think we have to be more open, and it will, as all industry does grow, this is the one who is here to stay and which will grow and accommodate our needs. I feel so.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, that's it.
Sorry, Suman. Yeah.
I don't think I have any suggestions. I think everyone is doing a wonderful job, and I have so much to learn from them. And yes, the only one thing I felt that I needed to grow was a few days back, I got a call from a lady who couldn't speak 3 words of English. And she's into some kind of work where she requires to speak English. And I felt very bad, because I felt I'm only catering to people who actually know the language and not to people who don't know the language and who are in dire need of the language. So that is one field I'm definitely planning to explore and, help everyone who actually need this language much more than people who know the language and just want to polish it.
Okay, great, Suman.
Thank you.
Yeah, Suchi.
I would like to add here. So similarly, as Suman said, that, you need to cater to people whom, not only to people who knows it, but not to those also who don't know it. So similarly, what we've come up recently with eLearn Markets is that, we are providing a lot of free financial market courses, content, YouTube videos, which are like basic tutorials, written based content, as a person is comfortable with. Somebody is very comfortable watching a video. Somebody is into reading, so would like to read. So we've come up with a lot of initiatives, like free initiatives like ELM School and face-to-face series, where we are focusing on providing financial literacy. And we've come up with very, very affordable courses, like only for 1,000 rupees, we are offering a particular complete module to people who, even women, these COVID times, a lot of people have got free time. In fact, it's very unfortunate to even say that there are a lot of people who've lost their jobs and they're looking out for new avenues. A lot of businesses have shut down. And markets is like an ocean. Anybody can enter. You don't really need any formal education or anything, just the right kind of knowledge, which anybody, if you're a graduate, you can take it. So yes, understanding all the macros of it and not pricing it very high, otherwise if you go out to any, professional courses like this, and they are like super duper expensive. So, we are actually focusing it to make it affordable to everybody, to make it available to everybody, so that everyone can make the best use of it. Why? Because it is a necessity for every individual in the ecosystem.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Ritu Bhabhi.
Yeah, this was a great session. Absolute stunner of a session. Learned so much, so many takeaways. I just want to say for myself that I think I would really strive towards more interesting content and delivery methods, because that leads to better engagement and learning outcomes. And that is what I really want to strive towards, to better it, better my
yes. Yeah, so खुद के साथ कंपटीशन जो बोलते हैं ना, खुद से अपने से बेटर होकर दिखाना है.
True, absolutely.
Suniti, what do you have?
Really, and it's so good,
Absolutely. So Suniti, what are your suggestions for everybody, and what are your growth plans?
Growth, being an optimist, I don't think much about the future. I just know jo hoga acha hoga. Frankly, as I said the other day on Kritika's session, that sometimes I worry I'm too much in the moment.
Yeah, yes. So, I remember.
So I just don't think about the future. I have to sit myself down and force myself कि कुछ तो सोचो, तभी भी दिमाग नहीं चलता. I just want to say one thing, that yes, we all agree that the online market has been flooded. It's an ocean, completely agreed. And because of all this, we are all going to face highs and lows, not just in the education sector where we all professionally, all of us, we're going to have our highs and lows. So ladies, please be kind to yourselves. You all are beautiful and you are unique in your own way. Just remember that and you'll be fine.
Wow. Very nice. Bindu.
Yeah, so what I believe is, when a man gets educated, it's just an individual. But when a woman is educated, it's the society that gets educated.
Yes, absolutely.
When I was not working, I was feeling that, I said that full stop feeling जो आता है ना, एक guilt feeling है, वहाँ भी बच्चे को भी देखना है, job भी करना है. That breakup जब आता है ना, you have to, draw a line and take a decision. One day, one time, it has to happen. So it's not that you leave your priorities and do it. Plan your things. It will happen. Now things are very easily done. Like, घर का काम 24 hours करो तो भी नहीं खत्म होगा. It's up to you. Whether you want to put 2 hours or you want to put 24 hours. You plan it. But when you do it really professionally, nicely, you will get support and everything will fall in place. The points will meet, So empowering women is something I feel we should give strength to our daughters and empower them to the most. That is what we should take away from here. And thank you all the lovely ladies. It is really, really great. And thank you all the cafe group who have organized all this. Really enjoyed the whole session. Wonderful.
Very nice. So very nice insights about the education sector. If any of you have any collaboration opportunities or any startup opportunities for our cafe members, please do encourage them, because there are many homemakers, as I said, well educated, but they are directionless at the moment, still thinking whether they can start or what they can start. So if any of you have any collaborative opportunity, please. Yes, Bindu.
See, we have around 7,000 to 8,000 teachers and we are still hiring. I am myself a trainer, renewal buddy with them. I'm onboarding manager. So not only into teaching, now that I know the company well, I'm with QMAT since more than 5 years. This is the 5th year. So I know how the work flow is. So I do take many in between roles also of managing renewals, training, demo sessions. So we have openings right now because we are now catering globally and we have got more than 50,000 students right now. It's like 40,000 approx in India and more than 15,000 globally. So if any one of y'all who are at least graduation and have a passion for teaching can definitely approach me. I'll definitely help them.
Wow, thank you so much, Bindu. And Shuchi, Shuchi, we also have many women, highly educated from finance sector. So if you have any opportunity in eLearn Market or similar place where, they can be a trainer or they can do some course and then be a trainer. So please do share those details also with us.
So currently we are heading a project called eLearn Market School, which is all about, having specific text-based knowledge on the financial markets. And it is going to cover anything and everything about finance. So anybody who is having a good knowledge in the financial markets, specializing and would like to contribute, obviously, who has got a decent writing skills or teaching skills, because, you really have to explain what is there in your mind. So can definitely approach me, and we have a good opportunity there with respect to, contributing to the ELN school.
Wow, very
nice. I have
a
question, Suchi. It's a silly question, but what the hell, I'll just ask. So
all questions are good.
So I have zero knowledge of finance. I mean, it's very intriguing what I see on the group and I want to learn. Kuch samajh mein nahi aata hai, bounce hota hai, but I like reading it. It's very fascinating, right? So is it okay to not have zero language of the subject and yet teach it? I mean, obviously, take training and then teach it.
So basically, Suniti, we are also having a opportunity where we are writing very, very good book summaries on important financial markets. So even if you don't have a knowledge about the financial markets, what you could do is you could read a financial book, which we would suggest you, and then write the summary over it and then give it in.
Oh, that's a wonderful opportunity, Shuchi. I guess many of our members,
whoever is into reading,
yes. So they would definitely like to. I will ask them if we can share a few details from your side in the group, and maybe yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So thank you so much, everybody. Now I would like Bhavika. Yes, Priya.
I can talk about a few opportunities that I have gotten, and I
Yes,
know.
please.
So, for example, Open House is hiring. If any one of us wants to delve deeper into any subject and teach it, it's all open from class 6 to 12 and even beyond that. So, Open House is one platform you guys can definitely look into. There is something called UAble. Now, this is a different kind of a platform wherein they teach skills, and they are hiring. They're a very good platform, amazing company to work with. UAble. You guys can look. Again, if I know this because a lot of our cafe members are into content writing. So Upwork is a platform which is very, very good. And the people who take up the job, they're like, you get the money in dollars basically. So the clients are from US, UK, something like that. It's a good company, reliable company. And that's it. Yeah, this is what I know right now.
Very nice.
Definitely, I'll share.
Yeah, please do so, Priya. And thank you, everybody. Bhavika.
So I'm like right now in awe of all these great minds. Like you all are like amazing, so confident, doing right things. Like setting a benchmark, I will say rather. It was such a learning session, so much to take away. And I'm really glad I was here today to learn, to understand how this education system go about. And I'm definitely going to like get in touch with you all to get more knowledge about it. It's like amazing. Thank you so much, each one of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was our pleasure completely. Completely our pleasure. Thank you, Kavita, again for the privilege. It was actually a privilege to be on this platform with everyone.
Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, members, for joining in also. Thank you. We close the session.
Yeah, please, I think we all should be in touch now. Please don't dissolve the group. I would love to be in touch with all of you.
Sure. Absolutely. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Next time.